Doping has become a problem in professional sports because of the simple fact that athletes prefer to cheat the competition instead of performing fairly. Doping in sports has become normal for high school athletes. The growth in high school sport entertainment has contributed to the increase in doping among adolescents. Peer pressure from fellow students and lack of parental guidance can also be a major contribution to doping by adolescents. Many athletes fail to think about the health risks of using performance enhancers or above all else aren't properly informed. Pharmaceutical compounds used to correct pathological processes cannot be used to enhance body functions but however destroy it. Heart and liver damage can result from chronic use of anabolic steroids to build muscles. Other stimulants can also lead to cardiovascular problems. The first performance-enhancing drug originated in the 70s called androgens. Androgens were used by athletes to increase muscular mass and strength. The use of androgens were banned by the International Olympic Committee and later enforced by the World Anti-Doping Agency that all athletes consent to a urine test before performing. Now there have been great strides on to ensure sports free of doping. On November 30th of 2011, an anti-doping agency called Autoridade Brasileira de Controle de Dopagem was created. Their main mission was to protect athletes who compete cleanly only with their talent, technique, strength, and will. ABCD had to come up with a strategic plan to address the problem directly, those being information, education, prevention, intelligence, and action. With the proper information, education programs can prevent the use of drugs, allowing intelligence to assess the problem and taking the necessary actions to fix it. There are some individuals that prefer to allow drugs in sports. A professor from Staffordshire University by the name Ellis Cashmore believes anti-doping policy is expensive, ineffectual, unproductive, futile, and denial of the athlete's freedom. Other individuals believe that rather driving doping underground, use of drugs should be permitted under medical supervision. However, who's to blame if something bad happens to an athlete while using these drugs? A doctor whose goal is to enhance an athlete's performance shouldn't be penalized for the distribution, but for the ill effects. Nevertheless, introducing leniency toward performance-enhancing drugs would create wild drug experimentation in all sports, exposing athletes to unknown and potentially severe health risks. Doping has become an epidemic. Millions of athletes put themselves at risk because they are too foolish and lazy to put in the extra work to compete above their competitors. Informing our young athletes wouldn't completely end doping, but it would be a big stepping stone on ensuring fair competition in professional down to high school sports.